Hi. So last night, I went on, I guess, what you can call a journey. I was in this ceremony where we took peyote, and I guess there it's not a drug because we did it with people who live very naturally. Um, I'm not sure what their origins are. I know it's just someone, Native American, I guess, someone who just was from this place, from America, and they lived with the earth in harmony, and they still do that, and they have their normal lives and their modern lives, but they always go back to the earth and always um, have these occasions where we all come back to the earth. And we were especially celebrating the life of my cousin Juan Diego and my beautiful cousin Juan Diego. um, he passed away in a car crash about, I think it's almost a week ago today. Today it will be a week ago. And closest cousin of my life. Nobody else in my family were connected like him and I. We had this bond. These weird synchronistic events in our lives happened at the same time throughout our lives. The same kinds of growth, same kinds of events. We were both born on the 19th. We are the same age. I mean, these aren't the events, I'm just telling you things. Our parents went through divorces at the same exact time. We both had a spiritual awakening at the exact same age. Almost to like the day. And, it doesn't really make sense to me why he left this early and why we did not continue to grow in that relationship as cousins with both of us here on this planet. But that's okay. That connection can continue on just in a different way. I'm just glad to have had the times I've had with him. So the ceremony was largely in part dedicated to him, and we just had so much love and thankfulness pouring in. And we thanked the earth, we thanked everybody, his parents, the sun, the water, everything, and we just sent all that love and appreciation towards him and towards helping him make his journey as he passes on to the next place as, I guess, beautiful and safe and smoothly as possible, knowing that we all love him and are okay with him moving on. And throughout the night, we had peyote in all sorts of various forms. I ended up having 4 buttons throughout the night, which I don't know how I got down. They tasted horrid. I've never tasted anything like that. It was hard, but we had it in powder form and in tea form. And my favorite was a little spoonful peyote mixed with cacao, which is natural chocolate, the plant the chocolate comes from, cacao and honey. That was the best. That was the only one that tasted good that night. The tea was okay too, though. And people had all sorts of different experiences. The first 2, I didn't feel anything at all. We were all around a fire that night. Many people, maybe I'd say 30 people, 35 people. Plus the shaman and his wife, and some people who live there, I guess, or who work there regularly. Some lovely girls, lovely women, lovely men who played music and instruments and flutes and guided us, I guess. And I think much of the night, at least at first, was spent, just kind of looking into the fire and listening to the songs that they sang and pouring in our love and appreciation and just staying awake, really. It was really hard to stay awake at first. I was so tired. We started at about midnight and we stayed up until sunrise. But then I spoke to a couple of people about it and they just told me, I think 2 people told me separately, Sometimes you might not feel anything right now. You might think, what is this? Not what you expected. It's not a hallucinogen like you expected. You do not hallucinate like you expected. But wait for the sunrise. You're going to feel this feeling of connectedness. And, so, the whole night went on, and as I took more peyote, I kind of began to understand more what they meant. Because, I didn't feel like, it's not a drug. I don't feel like I'm hallucinating. I don't feel like I'm seeing things or being crazy. I just kind of felt more like the animals we are. I felt more connected to everybody around me, more connected to the earth, more connected to the natural way of living, where we can all just be together in a circle and we can all share whatever we're feeling, and it's not about what's cool and what's not and who's this person and let me judge you, none of that. It's just living, it's just life, just people living one day together, coming together and just sharing each other's energy and presence. And I'm pretty sure I've often wondered what it'd be like when you see people like, who live in tribes and stuff, like in national, I guess it sounds stupid, but in National Geographic or on the History Channel, when you see people when they go to the Amazon tribes and the African tribes, you see these people just live naturally, and the way that they observe each other and interact is so different from the way that we do in our artificial society. And I just felt like part of that, and let me tell you, it's such a beautiful feeling. It's natural. It's how we've lived for thousands and hundreds of thousands of years, and it just feels really right. Um, Look, let me stop for a moment and eat. Look at these beautiful plants. You think plants do not move? We don't think of them as alive and having feelings, but look how they move in the wind. Look how they dance. They're talking to you. They're always communicating and dancing and just being alive. The wind moves them, but they are also moving as they want to. Their consciousness inside of those plants is constantly celebrating. They're just look at that.